In today's recording, I would like to cover the promised episode of Coroutines and the project Reactor. Our use case will be product registration by user. We want to save this fact in the database and notify the client about such an event. The code should be ready for production use. First, let's create a use case and describe the operations we want to perform. A value class in Kotlin is a special type of class designed to represent a single value, and it is marked with the @JVM inline annotation to enable JVM optimizations for memory and performance. We will implement the persistence layer using database client in order to be able to write native SQL queries. When it comes to clients, we will use web client, which will allow us to make HTTP requests. To enable interaction with our use case, we will create a router using coroutines. If you prefer, you can also use a regular controller, but you must remember to return the appropriate types. In the future, I would like to report all results of HTTP requests. For this purpose, I am creating handling result, which will allow for easier reporting and error handling in a functional way. You can also use a ready-made library, e.g. Arrow, and use the either object which supports many different functionalities. If everything goes well, we will return the right object, otherwise the left object, to distinguish the execution results and process them appropriately. Finally, we will create a mechanism that, depending on the processing result, will execute an appropriate function that builds a response for the user. To indicate that our result type will only have two implementations, we will use the seal keyword. This way we do not have to handle the else case in the when block. Building responses to errors may be problematic because it is not known what status code to return. For this purpose, let's create a class responsible for error handling that will return the appropriate result.